I am muted. Happy Friday, everybody. We've got a special treat tonight. We have two readers for us. We're going to go through Lana and Sarah, and our second reader is going to read all the other characters, so we're not skipping it and we understand in context what's happening. So we have returning back from earlier this week, AJ, and then joining us
Hi.
is Danny.
Yay.
Um, that is the nickname that she goes by. Her channel is Danielle Chavon. I know you guys have seen a lot of her Sarah Boone content. Do you want to talk a little bit about your channel?
Just thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say thank you for having me. Hi to everybody. I'm excited to be here.
We're glad you could make it. And AJ, what did your mom think of our performance on Tuesday?
At first, she pretended like she missed the whole thing to mess with me, I guess. She was like, "It starts in 10 minutes, right?" I'm like, "Mom, it's over now." She's like, "I'm kidding. I heard it."
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. All right, well, let's hop right in. So, for everybody who's watching, I've marked all of Sarah's dialogue in blue. Lana's dialogue is in like a reddish pink, and the others are in yellow. So AJ will be coming back as Lana again. I'm going to reread part of this ride or die because we stopped in the middle, and then it'll make sense. This is Sarah to Lana. Don't scream at me for this either, but there's no effing way, regardless of what lifetime we're in, is my brother going to help me. He thinks if he throws me a couple commissary bucks quarterly, he doesn't have to deal with me, keeps me at a distance, and thinks he's doing his part. Remember, he didn't even give me his address to use for my bond that was never going to be paid. He doesn't care. And former husband, clearly you didn't think it all the way through on that one. I guarantee he is thrilled and already has made plans to take me for the rest of everything, including finalizing the relationship with my son, all the alimony he hasn't paid me unlawfully to date, and arrangements at the prison. He and his attorney probably are meeting for drinks sometime this weekend to plan the execution of everything. He can't wait. Like everyone else, it's over in his evil eyes. Like everyone else, he gets everything and I nothing but lies and a hard time. My life summarized. Padilla, Mo, abandoned me 2 weeks before my trial. I couldn't trust him for putting words in my mouth repeatedly like everyone else. It took me 2.3 years to finally get a supposed download of my photos, some of my evidence defense. He held open on the laptop, then we argued and he took it and left. He was the first to withhold information from me and did not keep me updated with what was going on. Even if we did go to trial, I had no idea the plan, who, what, why, anything. That's not how this works. And don't walk in blind to the trial of my life. And he got mad and ran for the pulpit. When I was first arrested and thrown in the black hole, telling myself this is how I'm going to go out, counting bricks with no underwear on, they took, sleeping cold on the floor under my bed, he showed up out. For weeks, I just sat in silence, being abused by the officers and trying to figure out anything I could myself, since no one else would. I was actually in the process of being forced to beg, literally told to say please over and over by an officer, then told no. Then they'd walk back up and tell me I could, then close the door and walk off again, pointing up at me from the officer's station downstairs. The third time, I started crying while begging. Then another officer said I had a visitor. It was Padilla who found me. I didn't find him or call or recruit. He raced to represent me. First, before anyone else took the contract, he worked pro bono. There was a line of attorneys and he walked to the front, sold me with exoneration and seeing my son ASAP. I knew nothing and never had an attorney for anything. I signed my name and looked forward to my release, he promised, like they all did. He promised me the world, made me feel secure and confident in him, like they all do until I ask questions. He was way, I'm going to skip down here because I think I overlapped more than I wanted to. Yeah, it was here. Sorry, guys. Every single definition to what's being done to me. There's so much I can say. I think, too, it looks bad that I retaliate when he says no. Plus, it's only wasting time. What if I just sat here doing nothing until the PTC in silence, then showed up with nothing, stating he took away my rights and my attorney? I can't do anything without an attorney. And while incarcerated, what did you expect? He did this. Was this part of the plan all along? I wonder if I should ask him that, as I did the other judge with what his cut was and noted in his precious order. I don't know. Right now, I don't care. I'm not in a good place mentally, and I'm really mad and sad, confused. I'm going to go mindless right now. More flies with honey than vinegar. I know. I don't know what to do with it. People already think I am vinegar, so I'm debating on just going with it. I still and always have solid legal chops. This letter would take the cake, no holds bar. What can he do to me? He has to be neutral, fair, unbiased. He's a judge, but is judging incorrectly. But what others have lied about and whispered in his ear before court starts, and while they're all schmoozing each other with competitive vacations, Lexuses for their wives, golf courses. It's a waste of my time to sit and wait for them to all high five each other, then acting appropriate now that all the cameras are on. See, I have a lot I can say. Valid and true. Real eye openers. I cannot make it up. I have other ideas, but we'll run by you later. One is setting me up a GoFundMe page entitled All for Justice or the Power of the People is Stronger Than the People in the Power, or Beat the System, or Team Inmate. Do you know how to do this? Is it an option for you to maintain and manage? Imagine the real publicity this would get, and it's never been done before. Epic. One of my ideas. Many others, but I started with this one. Your thoughts about it all? Honest. More later. Keep it coming, Lana, and don't forget I'm here. It has begun. Take away the leash and the dog's attacks. And the dog attacks. Ready? If you are ever uncomfortable with me in any way, or I am too much or pushy or anything, please tell me. I don't want to lose you and my friend and my confidant. No one knows me like you. If you feel overwhelmed or nervous, tell me. Are you in this with me? Really, wholeheartedly and honestly, my ride or die. Tell me. Hope dialysis wasn't too much for you. Try and contain your excitement and feel better. Love you forever and always, no matter what. Thank you for the credits. This one is free today. Thank you for being my friend, Heart. There's no one like you. And then Sarah is writing Jen DeGraff. Where did you go? Hi again. I haven't heard back from you in May. And my last message, everything okay? Been thinking about you and very much would like to connect. I miss you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Heart, happy Saturday. And then Sarah to Christina. Hi, not getting into anything other than telling you how much I love you and how much you mean to me. I miss you desperately. So I found a book that sounds great. Is it available in soft cover? What is the cost? Title, I Hope This Finds You Well, by Natalie Sue. Let me know when you can. Love you. Thank you. Don't work too hard tonight. Cha-ching! Especially with how pretty you are. Yes. Love you, bestie. Heart, no matter what. Heart. And then she sends one to Ashley Harris. Ashley's the one with the two little kids who was living in the boarding house. Just wanted, the subject is love you. Just wanted you to know I was thinking about you. I miss you dearly and pray you are well and smiling and giving good hugs to your kiddos. Don't forget I'm here. Love you always, no matter what. And then Lana responds to ride or die.
Don't worry, I'm not one for screaming, and I have a pretty thick skin. I'm not in your position, and I fully respect that fact. Sorry it took so long to get back to you, as it was a rough dialysis day. I'm hoping by next year I'll have my my new transplant in place and can get back to my life and get my legs back. Being disabled sucks. At least my brain works. So I did some more thinking. Don't get mad, but when you first mentioned GoFundMe at your hearing, on YouTube the comments blew up, and I went to GoFundMe to see if they were lying, and unfortunately, it was true. You won't be able to utilize GoFundMe because they don't allow fundraising for anyone accused of a felony they classify as violent. Unfortunately, your second-degree murder is one of those that GoFundMe will not allow. In in a statement released in 2021, GoFundMe prohibits raising money for the legal defense of an alleged violent crime. That's copied verbatim from their site. My heart dropped to my feet when I read that because there isn't much I can do to help you, but if they had allowed that would have been an exception. You mentioned doing nothing and running out the clock. I'm hoping you meant that in a moment of despondency, and that's not your true position after a good night's sleep. Right now you have two battles. The one where you need to formulate your defense, and the other where you need to let people know of what's going on. The latter should be secondary to the former. You'll have access to your discovery, meaning your phone data, videos, interviews, depositions, and work done by past attorneys and experts. Here's another massive problem I thought of while on dialysis. Any conversation between you and I is not privileged or protected. I can't discuss your strategy with you because every word you say or write is usable in court. Every word we say or type is recorded and categorized, and we can't give the prosecution weapons. On YouTube, you have no idea of other true crime cases where people have thought they were speaking privately to friends and family in jail, and something they said was used in the court case or sentencing. That's precisely when I talked about your case, I'm typing in all caps for you to say nothing. Also, maybe now is the time to use the media itself. You need a journalist mouthpiece, and so people like Court TV, News Nation, Law and Crime, any local network, maybe you could reach out to talk to a reporter in the Record about your treatment by the court system. Writing letters to the judge is one way, but writing many to the media and even talking candidly to someone might be a thought. You don't have to do a thing I suggest, and I won't have any ego issues as this is your life, not mine. All I can do is be in Minnesota believing in you. Also, have you seen Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock? There is a part in it when the FBI pulls her funding and she's on her own and left out in the water to founder. The other beauty contestants rallied around her. That's one thing you talked out was the Boone's goons. They all have lawyers. They have experience in the court system, both current and former companions. You can talk to any number of people you've met in jail. As you've said, they rallied around you. They would have knowledge or maybe even a contact that can get you resources or maybe even representation. All of your inmate friends meet with their lawyers. Can you have one of them put in a good word for you? You asked about your order. Unfortunately, none of the questions you have are any I can answer. They don't show certificate of service or whether it was filed at the same time, just the same date. No further letters are showing from you, but I will keep looking and let you know just as soon as they are. OMG, the news of this is blowing up all over YouTube. Some people are not waiting until Monday. It's huge, and people's minds are blown by it. If you decide to contact the media, I will look up contact J do for you to get a hold of them. I know by the magnitude of reactions that the media will want to hear from you. That is also something I can do to help. If there is a specific person, like Banfield, you are interested in talking to, I can call them too and forward your interest in speaking to them. But even as I write this, they may think I am a catfish because of where I am from. If you write, then they'll have confirmation because of your handwriting, the location of the letter, and so on. I'll just get you the contact info since you can't go online. Hang in there. Remember, the race to the pulpit is secondary to formulating and enacting your defense. Don't scream at me, but have you considered a plea? You have already done a significant amount of time, and a state charge must credit time already served. Manslaughter could see you getting out in only a few short years, depending on the judge's sentencing considerations. I mean, you don't have any prior convictions, and they do have a desire to end things. So I don't know how you'd go about seeing where the lay of the land is in that respect. I think you are innocent, but I'm not your jury. Oh yeah, you have jury selection to consider too. Sigh. Anyways, that is all I have for now. I have some things I have to do today, but I'll check in, okay? And then Lana sends another message, subject almost forgot. I got your card yesterday. Thank you so much. Your words meant a lot to me. You helped me through one seriously brutal dialysis. It's a fight for my life, but in a different way, and your words were like medicine. Thank you.
Sarah going out to Lana. Sorry, I was making sure my mic was on. Contacting media, etc. Morning. Is it a good one? Not sure yet. Maximum overload of thoughts and worries and what ifs. Today is Sunday, and my plan is to rest and restore to be ready for tomorrow when it's normal business hours. Just when I thought I'd catch a break, I rebuke you, Satan. I'm sorry to hear you had a rough day yesterday. I was wondering when I didn't hear from you. I never want to bother you, so help me remember the days you go. Saturday? I never really want to bother you at all about anything other than good stuff in your life. But I'm consumed with this, of course. And you in standing on the sidelines for me, an ultimate resource. Thank you for just being. As said before and always, please let me know if there is anything I'm able to do for you, including leaving you alone. Don't hesitate to tell me. I'm a chore, bother, nuisance, menace to most everyone already, and don't want to be to you also. Just tell me. I love you always, no matter what. Remember that. And your brain overcompensates for anything you think is wrong with you, even if nothing. You're a champ of all time in brain synapses and wavelengths. You're the smartest person I know and beautiful on the inside and out. You are so cool in so many ways. Nothing will stop you, Lana. And remember, all things are possible to those who believe. He can do all things, all. Thank you for being you, the spectacular you that you are, heart. Business. GoFundMe, no problem. It's amazing, though. It says that, but then defies innocent until proven otherwise. No sense. Next, formulate my defense. Where do I start? This is a seemingly impossible situation. First, I don't even have what was submitted and is sitting at the courthouse still for me to review. How long is that going to consume time-wise to receive in order to be ready for supposed PTC in a little over 2 months? They stated for the transcripts of the detectives would take at least 30 days to receive, and then they'd have to figure out how to get to me. Second, where am I supposed to put it all? I have a 16 by 16 drawer with my books, your dwindling food package, and lotion, clothes, etc. I was able to purchase because of you. I have no room and told Cashman this repeatedly, all attorneys, to not send me everything, but go over with so notes and understanding can be made. Then I return to them and can access if needed when I see them next. I already have, she's making a pattern where they have to keep, or she wants them to keep coming back. Oh, Sarah. Okay. Then I return to them and have a mountain of paperwork hidden behind my bed for my family law case I keep trying to work on, but never have time from working on this one. I have nowhere to put any of this. I am just waiting for this to show up, if I even know when, and I'm going to catch raging hell and difficulty and screaming and everything deterring from supervisors, officers, inmates, from the spectacle it's going to make. And they will threaten to put it all in my property. Who threatens to discard my belongings because I have too much from being here ongoing 5 years and no one to pick it up? Or will they never bring it to me or wait for days, weeks to finally bring? No one knows anything about what the F goes on and the added problems and red tape and flags I have experienced and know what to expect. It's not going to be just receiving everything, carrying to a conference room, and spreading everything out to review. That's my next flaming hurdle. Where am I going to view all of this? There's 63 other girls in here and an officer, sometimes two. All the tables sit 4 of us, and I have 9 bunkies with bird's eye views from top bunks especially. And where am I going to see my digital or whatever it is they're trying to give me? I don't have a computer. Where? How am I supposed to view any of this? And the briefing room where I would have meetings is AKA the break room for officers who always get pissed when I have to utilize and they want their backpacks or water or book or food and they can't get because I'm in there. Even the supervisors speak ill of me because they want to use the room to get supplies or tasers being charged. They have to wait till I'm done, or I have to wait on them while they do whatever they need to do. We just sit in silence until they leave. It's an effing cluster F. I can't make it up as I experience it regularly. The last time I asked a question to the sergeant about using the briefing room because they kept sticking me in a closet sized room made of glass and echoes because they wanted to use the room for a party, then I get screamed at for talking too loud because the glass is too thick and it echoes. Nonetheless, everyone can hear what's being discussed. She slammed the big metal door in my face, telling me I interrupted her breakfast. I'm going to get blasted for all of this, and be even more of a pain in the ass I am already. Wow, self-awareness, Sarah. Because I fight for my rights with everything in here. Like I have to do with everything else in my life. That's all I do is fight, fight, fight. With these restrictions and constraints, how much time is that going to deplete and regularly? And this is just regarding my supposed discovery. How do I do the rest in communication with anyone to use anything, such as a computer, the room, scheduling, anything not through a collect call? I asked about my phone in court and in front of everyone, and the prosecutor spoke up telling me it's at the sheriff's. He just kept shaking his head, hopefully in disbelief of what just happened. How do I do that? Get my phone, anything. If I write a motion and it's not correct, is it automatically denied like mine in my family law case? How much more time does that take? What if I still get it wrong and have to keep rescinding? Cost for my investigator I'm trying to get back, experts, everything. Again, how am I even going to be able to look up research on anything, then call to inquire about it? Collect? Doesn't anyone see there is an incredible learning curve for me in all of this? Anyone would think the same. Would you? Important. I am waiting until tomorrow to look at the order as it's too much for me right now. And I get sick to my stomach. What does it say about the competency test I'm supposed to have? How can this be denied? This is not my choice and am being forced to do. I'm supposed to figure it out, will out, and literally risk my life doing it. If I don't know what I'm doing, how can I do it correctly? I am unqualified. You and me communicating. Who cares at this point? What difference does it make? I'm on my own. So what does it matter who I have help me? As long as it's someone or thing I can utilize in my case for my defense, so what? Help me understand. If it's a confidentiality thing, I get it. But to me, that would only help me show the exploitation even better if something would get leaked. The prosecutor can't deflect everything. Also, are you willing to or can be my manager? We're going to have to communicate, Lana, in more than one way. Why can't I build my own team my way and with whomever? Notice of hearing, not the order. Is that what was filed last minute you told me about? I don't care about the order. It's the notice I want to find out about. I asked for in court to the judge, wondering where the news crews were that are always there. Plus, I myself didn't even know about to prepare poorly for my in advance. His remark was clearly I did as I was sitting in front of him. I told him it was because I was woken up at 3 a.m. and told I did not have advance notice for this or the withdrawal. He had an oh shit moment after I said something and realized. Is there a notice for the hearing that occurred Friday, 6/28? What is the date it was filed on the document? Is it a separate document? If so, or attached to the order? Does it have a COS? Am I included? If so, this news is blowing up. What does that mean? What's being said? Was anyone witness to anything on the day of the hearing? There was a miscellaneous Hispanic young person writing in the stands, and I don't know if he was with anyone as a reporter. Is anyone on my side with how wrong this is? Does everyone know this was forced by the judge and not by my choice? Contacting the media. At this point, yes, work your magic and get them on the phone, face to face, video visit, whatever. You are the person for this job for sure. I don't want to write everyone as it's time consuming and supplies and waiting for the snail mail, which has to be received, uploaded when transferred to me on these effing tablets. Remember, it's all through that now. If they're interested, they'll jump on it. I don't have time to waste. Do what you do. If you build it, they will come. What movie? Build the enticement. It was Field of Dreams, right? Build the enticement, victorious notoriety, historical outcome. Please make sure you let me know what anyone says so I know what to possibly expect visitation wise or whatever I might need to prepare. I will do what I need to for this to blow up. Everyone's everything, especially the judge and bitch ass Cashman, who was doing twirls in her flowing skirt, moving past boxes around, handing things to the judge, being a pompous, evil person. I removed all the metal and staples so she couldn't hurt herself or anyone else was another wow moment from her. And the only reason she had what she had, how else would she have known to bring to do her stupid twirls and ass kissing, was because I sent to her a copy of my letter requesting the withdrawal since she didn't include me to send. She got hers first. I can't make it up. Another reason I want to know if anyone was there or recorded anything. Herd them in, Lana. I want them all to have the biggest oh shit moment yet, especially if it's in the news and coming from me. This is going to be big. I'm ready for my close up, scrunchy face. Calling attorneys or sending emails. Are you able to do this to any attorneys? You can sell me appropriately and fairly and in a positive light. Deflect the lies and anger and obstacles put in front of me and reel them in. Please. I have no idea. I have no way to contact unless they can collect calls and only have 15 minutes. You know what all has to be done as you just went through it to talk to me. This is a lot, Lana. I know. I don't know what you're able to do or not unless I ask or run it by you. Once I understand, I lost my place. All right. Once I understand that, I'll know how to ease up and calm down and know what I definitely need to do with where I am and what I have available. We have the same brain in many ways, including working at light speed. It's nonstop, especially with trying to save myself. I know you get it. I love you, and I know you have a life also that needs to be saved. So don't ever hesitate to tell me no or back off. Understand? Please do not ever let me stress you out or you think I'm upset with you about anything. Understand? I understand, which is why I feel like I'm pushing it with you, especially with this message. Crystal clear transparency at all times with each other, especially if you're going to be my manager. Raised eyebrows, O face. Plea, I'm trusting you. The only thing I now know is from a letter Cashman sent me on the day of the status hearing on the 7th. She said the family is not willing to negotiate what they want. My ongoing 5 is not going to barely put a scratch in their time frame. Ride or die. Sink or swim. Fight or flight. Go big or go home. Sell me. Save me. Love me. Attorney for hire. I created a flyer. Dun, dun, dun. And am debating sending to the court. I thought your idea to contact the media is ingenious and will save time and effort writing another probably 58-page letter about everything. Let the media print it. What do you think? Will real possible attorneys get offended? Boone's goons. Nope. Not even going to bother, then explain everything over and over, or what I do say gets mutated and stupid, and I'm talked about even more than I already am. Plus, I have not said anything to anyone, so they don't know, nor do I want them to. One of the girls found a book the other day on the cart that said, "The suitcase killer is in this dorm." Yes, it happens all the time. Then another came and told me she was on the phone and heard the girl next to her asking whoever to look me up, as no one believes it's me because I'm so nice and sweet. Thanks for the thought, but not going to solicit myself. It would only make it harder for me in here, on top of the already and predicted. I wonder how many phone calls this could would have been. I used over 13,000 characters, it says, for just this message. I hope you don't mind me when I did call. I didn't and still don't know what to do. You make everything seem not so bad. Thank you. I trust you, love you. Thank you. Slam the door in my face if you need to. I do not want to bother. Uh, I do not want to be a bother. Rest, Lana, and know you are in my prayers for your own strength and victory. I wish I was there to help you and also hug you and tell you to scoot over on the couch so I don't spill my ice cream. Heart. One day. And be honest, by your remark, it would only be a few short years. Do you believe I will be found guilty? It's like you're planning on it happening, and I should too. Your thoughts? Love you. Just tell me your POV. Respect it and welcome always. Love you forever. Thank you beyond words. No stress or expectation. Love, love, love you. Incoming Lana.
Transparent tea. Holy cats, Transparent tea showed up after a few months dormant. She posted your 2024 commissary purchases and visitor logs up until the end of April. She also posted the order we all heard of, plus a huge notice that you are innocent until proven guilty. She also took notice of your letter stating you know that people like her are posting. I'm going to watch her channel for a few days, and maybe I might contact her based on which way I see her going. She is a serious researcher, and I'm not sure whose side she's on, but she is really interested in you, and if she is sympathetic, maybe a huge asset. Waiting for now to see. Enjoy your Sunday. I like your idea of relaxing today.
Sarah to Lana. Transparent tea. Ugh, she's the one who found my high school pic. I'm confused about her as I don't know if she's for or against. Sometimes it sounds like she's on my side and others not from what you tell me. What was said by her knowing I know what she posts about me? What was her reaction about the order? Does she know it was forced and my commissary purchases? Why? My medical isn't up right. That's HIPAA. What does she mean by innocent until proven guilty? Is she restating that and believes I am? So confused by her. Yes, please watch and let me know. She may be a good outlet to start. Where is she located? What's the lawyer you know saying about the forced order? And what's with you not mentioning my last message? Was it too much and you're going to get back with me? I hope I didn't scare you off or you're secretly forwarding to Transparent Tea and Zav. Raised eyebrows, O face. JK, I hope. Feel well and rest. I tried, but my mind is racing still. Be still and know that I am God. I read it twice tonight in my Bible studies. I think he's talking to me. Tomorrow is another day. I love you in the meantime. Keep me posted. Thank you. Heart.
No, your medical isn't up there. I plan on watching The Lawyer You Know tonight to see what he says. He posted about it today, but I had scheduled time with my family, so I didn't have any time to myself to watch and report back. Don't worry, I will. As for your last message, same reason. I write better when I have time to myself at night. Usually it takes an hour or more to reply to you when I have a lot to say or answer. You didn't scare me off, and if you think I'm going to run to forward your messages to those piss-headed idiots, no effing way. Apart from the fact that why would I do anything to earn money or prestige for them? One thing you're going to find out with time is that I count friendship higher than money, clout, prestige, or anything. Even if something I say pisses you off and you call me every name in the book and shine me on, I hold and keep confidences. A friendship can end, but for me, a confidence doesn't. That is why in my real life, many people come to me to talk to me. I don't betray people, ever. I know you are nervous, scared, and we only have known each other for a couple of months, but I can only let time be what proves that I am a loyal friend and true, even if I say things you may not like or agree with. And I'm sure there will be plenty of that, so don't worry. By the way, Zav was the one who posted your pic. TT isn't earning a penny off of what she is posting, and I am actually getting sympathetic vibes from her. She is based out of Florida. She also likes the confused cat meme. She is the one who wrote that poem I sent you, though, so I don't know. I've tried to contact her twice with no success, but she reads her comments, so I may just have to come out in public and get her attention that way. Then Lana again. Yeah. Hey, it's almost 4 a.m. here, and I just finished watching the entire Lawyer You Know video, and what he had to say was quite interesting. He even confirmed what I told you, that the only COS says hand delivered to Sarah Boone, and that's it. No other information whatsoever. This is transcribed, paraphrased from the video. This is the lawyer's advice to you. So what does she do now? 1. She can make this very difficult on the court if she refuses to say anything, refuses to represent herself, refuses to call witnesses, refuses to cross-examine witnesses, and saying, I never waived my right. He believes the judge will respond by saying you waived your right to do these things and move forward. Lawyer You Know says that will still be extremely difficult on the judge. 2. She can go over everything, dig in, look at the entire discovery, read and watch everything, prepare to cross-examine state's witnesses. She's got the time. She's told us how intelligent and well-versed she is. She has the capability to argue to a jury, maybe not as a lawyer. 3. Sarah Boone is lawyer number 9. He believes that if you dig in and are working at assembling your case or you've hired private counsel, he may grant a continuance, but not if she does nothing. He believes that this case will be an appellate one because the odds of you losing are now higher due to you representing yourself. He believes this will be a strong appellate issue because he didn't give you one more lawyer and tell you directly this is your last lawyer. If the relationship sours, you are on your own. You have the right to appellate counsel. He wrote the order to try to stave off issues with appeal. He expects you will be offended by the judge in the trial, that you will try to enter evidence you can't, to call witnesses you can't, that you will struggle with hearsay. Sarah, I care about you a lot. I believe in you. I cannot be your manager, though. Physically, I'm disabled and in a fight for my life and limb. Intellectually, I may be smart, but I don't know a single answer to any question you asked in this message. Your life can't be in my hands. I can't do it. It pains me to say it, but I just can't. I can be there for you as a friend to cheer you up. I'm sure this is not helping. I can tell you what people are saying online, and I can do some rudimentary research, but I can't do the calling and the filing and the mailing or anything a manager does or is supposed to do. I have no knowledge or physical stamina or ability. For example, late October, I was suddenly ambulanced out of dialysis, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, by the way, to my hospital with septic shock, and my doctors were doubtful I'd last the night. I did make it by the morale of God, but I spent 9 days in recovery. That's not the only time I've gone in. Sarah, that is a possibility every single day, and for me to suddenly disappear on you, to go to ICU, would seriously put you in the lurch. I am being kept alive by a machine even now. That's no small thing. Words can't express how sorry I am that I can't be what and who you want and need me to be for you and your fight. I can only be your friend on the sideline, cheering you on and showing you goodness when the world wants to take up a pitchfork. You also asked me to be honest about my remark about a plea deal. Jay's family isn't the only issue there, and even now things may have changed in the court's consideration regarding that. I will be honest and tell you that in all my years of watching and studying true crime, I have never in my life seen where in a major charge, murder, arson, rape, a defendant has gotten exonerated while representing themselves. Every time I have seen this, there was a conviction. I worry about you representing yourself like I would worry if you had told me you were going to perform your own brain surgery. But as Lawyer You Know said, you are the very first told to represent yourself. He believes your case will be truly tried on appeal, where you will be and must be afforded appellate counsel. But even as I type this, I think to myself that you may and could possibly be the first person to be acquitted while representing yourself. There is always a chance, and I do believe you are innocent and should be exonerated. but I worry, and I can tell by all the questions on here that I have no ability to answer that you worry too. If you were convicted even of manslaughter, it would not be justice. But the pragmatic side of me thinks that you should go home by hook or by crook, as the saying goes, and a successful plea to time served or close to it may be the fastest way. To appeal is that much more of an uphill battle. I'd be writing the judge and asking for one more lawyer, just one, and make it work no matter what. Anyways, I'll write more. You will not run me off. I just may not be able to physically help you as much as I or you want me to. I will pray that God sends you a knowledgeable right hand, hopefully a lawyer or someone who has known and done battle with the courts and correctional system. I pray that your letters will move someone with a better skill set to follow the breadcrumbs you put down and contact you, because they can't sit still and watch you being railroaded. You never know, Sarah. This time last year, you didn't know me from Adam. This time next month, you may just meet the legal hammer to break your case wide open in your favor.
And Lana again.
And I just wanted to add, by the way, I watched that lawyer, video when it came out at that time. Yeah, he never said Sarah was the first person ever to be forced to represent herself. He said it was the first he'd personally seen. But
okay.
he was like, he never said like this has never happened. So I don't know. That was kind of dramatic of her. Maybe she remembered wrong. I don't know. Okay. So Lana says the subject is, did you? I think I caught a scammer, but I wanted to make sure first. I know that GoFundMe prohibits fundraisers for legal defense for violent charges, but someone using your picture entitled Freedom Fighter out of supposedly Winter Park started one supposedly for legal defense. If this one is legitimate, they would need your social security number to put you down as beneficiary. I know that someone will eventually report this because of the terms of service for GoFundMe. If you are telling me you know who this is, I'll say and do nothing and see if they can raise funds for you before it gets shut down. Otherwise, if this is a scam, I will report it. So far, it's 8 hours old and they have raised $5. They put a goal of 10 million. It looks like a scam to me. Is it?
No matter what, Lana, ever, 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 I loved you so much and I'm so grateful you are my friend. I actually consider you a best friend and big sister, really. I've never really had either, so you must know I trust you to divulge and confide in you so quickly. Most importantly to me, actually, Lana, you are such a comfort no matter what you tell me or say. That's the big sister part, the love also. I welcome anything, everything you say, and it motivates the fire out of me and drives harder. I am reassured I know just something in the real world and what's being said, regardless of good or bad. It's still comforting to know, to deflect or embrace. I love you forever and will never have anyone in my life like you. Ever. Lana, it touches my heart and soul about your fight also. It scares me and makes me pray harder for you because of how much I do love and care for you. I feel helpless in not being able to help you and selfish for asking you to help me. We're both in need desperately, which confuses me what I'm supposed to do to make you better, not to stress out or make you sweat or stay up late. Tell me if I ever do. I apologize profusely if I have or am profusely. I really want to hug you one day. I trust you with every fiber of my being. And if God didn't mean for you and me to be friends, he wouldn't have put us in each other's path, right? You are his disciple and diligent and honorable in innumerable ways. And clout is such a good word. Smarty. Piss me off, push me, lift me up, hug me hard. Gonna love you lots always. Constructive criticism all day. You underestimate your worth to me, heart. Thank you does not suffice, heart. In the meantime, I will use you like God meant for me to, and without stressing you out. Use is that is the right word. I'm grateful and glad. Thank you, infinity, heart, business, transparent Tina. See if you can solidify her allegiance and if she is for me rather than against me. Do it. She's in Florida. Do you know where exactly? Contact info. When was the last time you tried contacting her about me? Can you throw the bait online, then go dark offline, just the two of you? Make her seem privileged we are including her and notoriety has not yet been experienced if she were to be a part of the team. Teams work together, not against. I can contact too, but I'm only going to do if you think she's on rather than off with me. Let me know as soon as you can. Sell me. How many subscribers does she have? So she liked my tag for confused meme. What did she say? How do you know? I'm game if you are. I trust. If possible, are you able to solidify soon to reach out and get this party started? I trust you. Thank you. So ready. And then again, the lawyer you know is the subject. Guess who? Thank you for this. Is he for or against me? It sounds like he wants me to succeed to a particular degree. Am I wrong? How many subscribers does he have? Can you contact like TT, bait online, then off? Do you think he would be a good source to go directly also? Contact info? He's in Florida also, right? So he noticed the COS also on the order. My question is for the NOH. Is there one? What was it if you said they filed last minute? Don't get frustrated with me for asking this again. Is there a notice of hearing? Where I was railroaded and forced to rep self, not the order. What are the last 5 entries on the clerk's website? Please. 1, not do anything, make extremely difficult on the judge. What does he mean by that? How? And I never waived my right. I was forced. Everyone knows that. I must have said it 20 times before they literally dragged me out of the courtroom. Stone cold stare. Another reason I wanted to know if anyone was there to witness the chaos and being pulled by my blues by the bailiffs. I had a feeling he thought this might happen. Another reason he did not post the notice of hearing from anyone to see or it be live. Dig in. When do I get my boxes in digital? I'm waiting. The clock is ticking. Then how and where do I view? Ticking. And what happens if it's not all there? All of my evidence I submitted to help defend myself. Complete download of my phone, all my notes, my witnesses. How do I even locate and contact? Told us how intelligent. Is he being derogatory and sarcastic, or he really believes I am? He said I have the capability. Like he thinks I have a chance. I'm waiting. 3, Sarah Boone is attorney number 9. I'm trying to dig in and have been the entire time, and now I'm being punished even greater for trying so hard. One of the girls said it's violating yet another constitutional right with cruel and unusual punishment. Yes? And I was never made to understand as a threat, not just lip service, that Cashman was my last attorney. Judges don't give lip service, ma'am. My plan is not to go through attorneys. My understanding was it was general context. That is not a strategy of mine they are accusing me of. If the relationship sours, I'm on my own. What does that mean? I'm already on my own. I was forced to be. Hooker by crook, what does that mean? Appellate court. So they appoint like public defenders are? I don't have to beg and recruit. My plan is to avoid this altogether. Plea, how do I even go about discussing and with who if I choose to contemplate? Do I send a letter to the prosecutor? What am I supposed to do? And I understand the pleading out to avoid trial, but that shows guilt also. I am not. Stave off. What was put in the order to cover their ass? To stop me from becoming free at some point. Is that what they're trying to do? So, after all is said and done, are you encouraging me to beg for mercy to the court for another attorney? Is this suggested by the lawyer you know also? How much time will that waste by me waiting for a response? If he says no, then send another letter full blown calling him and the court out and my flyer? When should I ask for standby counsel? I have to ask the court for that? Is my letter requesting a copy of the withdrawal up yet? Again, that's a big breadcrumb showing I was and still am being done so wrong in so many ways by so many people. I hope the lawyer you know and everyone else picks up on that too. I'm trying to play my cards right as swiftly and correctly as possible. Tick, tick, tick. Do they really believe I'm going to be prepared for trial in 3 months on my own with no experience as a lawyer and working to save my life while incarcerated? Cruel. an unusual punishment. This is not what the justice system is about or the Constitution. I'm trying. Did you? Absolutely not. I have nothing to do with this. I had a feeling someone would try and do. How can it be shut down? Lana to, Sarah to Lana, love you, thank you. Thank you for all of you. Thank you for your time, patience, intelligence, love, encouragement, support, all. Thank you also for the credits. I love that you just know and are so observant in knowing we've been writing a lot and did. Thank you. Can't wait to see what you got next and your answers and info, no matter what time, Ms. Night Owl. I spelled it that way, so it looks more like a real last name. Grin, forever grateful, and your friend, Heart.
That's what I thought. I had the report screen filled out and ready for your word. I just pulled the trigger and reported the moment I read this message. What a slime ball. I remember when I visited eBay's discussion boards for help with a seller who was not sending me my product I paid for. It happened to be the day after 9/11. Can you believe there were people who tried to sell debris from the World Trade Center and Pentagon? Didn't matter whether it was real or not. It was just beyond disgusting. Whoever the pig is who tried to scam people pretending to be for you is going to get theirs in the end. Karma comes around. Thank you for getting back so quickly on this one. It was a YouTuber who spotted it, and when I heard it, I flipped my lid. I have an idea. I have a lot of writing to do tonight. I forgot that I signed up for a monthly membership in a Florida law firm to answer online questions. It's not cheap, and I had noted yesterday in my bank statement that they had charged me again. I'm going to shut down the membership, but before I do, since I can't answer any of your questions you asked, maybe they can. I'm simply going to tell them I'm directly asking on your behalf and then just forward the questions regarding plea and what to do next and how to obtain knowledge of criminal procedures so you can effectively represent yourself. And I'll ask maybe a long shot, but so they have resources to point me to for pro bono representation. I can't promise you answers, but at least I can do this until my membership expires. The lawyer you know is adamant that he takes zero side in any case he reacts to or breaks down. He wasn't being sarcastic about your competence. You asked questions on here I can't answer without guessing, and you do not want me guessing. I was thorough in sending you his words to you, so that's the fullness of the what and why he said anything. I can email him some follow-up questions on here because he provides an email address, and I'll straight up tell him I'm asking on behalf of you. He may or may not answer. He did say he was excited to cover this news about you, but he said it was because your case is one of a kind and he likes that sort of thing. Yes, he is based out of Florida. I will email him tonight and cross my fingers. By the way, happy Monday. You sound a lot better. God is good, isn't he?
Hi, friend. Yes, better than good, incredible, supernatural. You too. There's a lot of questions, Lana. Can you send me a copy of what you're going to send before sending so I know? This is a limited opportunity and we must make it count, please. The asking for pro bono is a definite. About them waiving forcefully and non-permissively my competency test to properly represent myself also to me is a major violation. Them not telling me to work it out, which was my goal with Cashman. What happened? Them not telling me to work it out, which was my goal with Cashman, and the reason for my letter, as nowhere in do I say to fire her. In any of my letters do I say that. I keep trying to coexist in my letter and ask the judge to make them coexist also. I'm trying to fix the problem with the attorney through the judge, not get a new one. He is not seeing it this way. What's the point of a judge? all the questions, so many. I want to make sure we cover everyone. Are you contacting him on his comments or email directly? I want to be sure we don't make this worse than it might already be in the end. And whatever we email, I'm sure it's going to end up online. I'm trying to go for the sympathy aspect of everything, very importantly. Are you going to be okay with responses, corresponding, answering? I want everyone to know I'm trying in the meantime of waiting for my supposed discovery. I'm already trying to dig in, but waiting on them. Go big or go home. Are you going to reach out to TT also? What about the behavioral panel? Yes, I don't want to blow any opportunity in anything. What are they going to do? Tell her what body language to do to pretend to be truthful? I think by telling them live what we're going to do, who you are, and what you're going through health-wise. Okay. And in a wheelchair, waiting for a transplant and helping, believing in me. Okay, guys. We're going to take a comfort break and we'll be right back. All right, we're here. What about the behavioral panel? Yes, I don't want to blow any opportunity in anything. I think by you telling them live what we're doing, who you are, and what you're going through health-wise and in a wheelchair, waiting for a transplant, and helping, believing in me, we can get sympathy votes for sure. Don't take personally. Others to believe in me and to do everything. See, I am trying. Please don't take that offensively. Danny, will you take over reading Sarah for me for a little bit?
All help counts. What do you think? I don't get the tablets until later. And if your iron is running out, just don't do it. I trust you. If you can't, please do. If you can wait, please do. Send me what you're going to send. God, I love you. Thank you. Lana?
Nah, you don't offend me. I totally understand what you're saying, and while I would garner sympathy, I wasn't there, nor did I know you when it happened. The court would object to my participation in the trial as hearsay. However, if they allow video appearance and I can go in using live streaming from my camera, in Minnesota, I cannot yet travel, I'd say anything you want me to if permitted. Like I said, I cannot go to Florida now because of my disability and need to be able to go to dialysis here at home. Cross fingers that by this time tomorrow I'll be recovering from transplant surgery and reconditioning my legs and back from the shredding that the dialysis solution has given them. As for the lawyer you know, I have a suggestion. You know what you need from him. Maybe you write a short letter he can straight up or I can straight up copy paste to email him at thelawyeryouknow@gmail.com. It has to be short, as I don't think I can transcribe 58 pages. Maybe boil it down to the top 2 questions to start with. Send it in tiny bite-sized increments. If he responds, then we can communicate and follow up if needed. However, sending a mega long list of questions will and could send him running for the door, and we want to get our toe in. Otherwise, you leave it to me to decide what is most important. Remember, start tiny. Make it enticing. He is attracted to the novelty of your case. He likes to talk about what might happen and what you can do. Too many questions, and we are talking billable hours worth of time. And having had a lawyer myself when I owned my business, all I had to do was call him with a question and he would send me an invoice. The guy cost $500 an hour. Anyways, what do you think? And then she sends a follow up that says, your new 5-page letter. Your court case just updated. Your letter was just published. I haven't read it. No YouTube site has seen it yet. Wow, I have to go read it now. I screenshot your case file and just sent it via Emilio. It may change in the time it takes to get to you, but at least you can see for yourself.
Hello, my dear Sarah. Just wanted to say hello and wish you a blessed day. I was able to see my son yesterday and it was wonderful. I sent you the photo. I already have a couple of job interviews lined up for the week and hope to start working very soon. Please save my new number. How are things? How are you feeling? Sending you love and blessings. Lana?
Lana has another message with a new subject, standby counsel. Hey, I know you're getting back to me on my other messages, but you might want to contact the judge through letter or otherwise. I suggest in writing so there's a record of it. And request standby counsel. This means they assign you a lawyer who doesn't represent you but assists you in filing, requesting depositions, courtroom procedure, plea deals, etc. They would be like your law library resource who can do legwork for you. They wouldn't be formulating your defense or contacting experts for you, but they can file things through the court. Oops, I lost my spot. File things through the court as you wish. Couldn't hurt, and all he can say is no. But if it comes to an appeal, it's another way to possibly win. I'm on your side. You're an optimist, even though all the fighting you've had to do has clouded that fact. You might thread the needle. You may accomplish what the world says is impossible. You are already a first and a unique. You are possibly in the Guinness Book of World Records. Imagine shocking the world. We think that way in Minnesota ever since Jesse Ventura became our governor. He was an independent former wrestler who stunned the world by beating both Democrat and Republican. He accomplished exactly what he promised us and then didn't run again. Anything can happen. I would never ask your politics, but love him or hate him, nobody thought Trump would win in 2016 either. Sorry, I'm an independent myself, but I have this last crazy presidential debate from last week on the brain. Anyways, anything can happen. Hopefully, Kranik will grant you standby counsel. Many of the YouTube people, including CLR Bruce Rivers, has brought it up. Until next message, happy Tuesday, getting ready for dialysis. Ugh.
Do you want to keep going as Sarah, Danny?
Hi, my beautiful friend. I was just thinking about you. The picture is fantastic. He looks just like you. You're going to have your hands full with the girls, especially if he's kind of sweet like you are. Be proud, Mom. He's wonderful like you. Thank you for sharing. So you haven't heard? The judge forced me to forfeit my right to counsel and is no longer giving me representation from court. He's forcing me to be pro se. I'm still in shock, and so is the world from it apparently blowing up on the net. The bailiff literally was pulling me out of the courtroom by my blues while I was saying, I do not forfeit my right to counsel. So I have no attorney, nor will they give me another. Sabotage. Do you know any attorney or paralegal or anyone who can represent or refer? Even if they're not a lawyer who specializes in my charge, they may know someone in their field or can recruit. Notoriety is to be had. No one is willing. So that's where I am, attorneyless and confused. All forget that I have God. He's going to show them, yes, I've got you too as my cheerleader. I hope you are maintaining and taking your baby steps. Your greatest has been achieved with being able to see your son. I am so happy for you. Please reach out to anyone, everyone about representation and me being forced into forfeiting a forfeiture of counsel Please sell me, help me, love you always, and pray you keep in touch. You mean lots to me, and I wish nothing but great things and everything beautiful for you and your son. Thank you beyond words for the pictures and remembering me. Stay super, heart. Stay strong, heart. Stay close to God. Stay strong. Nothing worthy from Him is easily attained. We got this. Thank you for being my friend.
Hi, my dear. I'm so sorry to hear about this. I had no. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I know a couple of attorneys. The first one is John's best friend, Mark Najemi, owner of Najemi Law. He was one of the best men at our wedding. He's a great attorney, but he's John's friend, not mine, if that makes sense. The second one I met is Pedro Matos, owner of the AMA Lawyer, and he has extensive experience in criminal law. It does not hurt to reach out to them. The third one is Del Marie Alicia. She works with Latino Justice. Oh, Sarah's going to love that. Um, her area is constitutional law, civil litigation, civil rights, advocacy. She is a beautiful person. Perhaps she could guide you in the right direction. There's also the Legal Aid Society. Larry Thatcher is attorney deputy director, pro bono director. This is a nonprofit and they provide quality legal services for the low income residents, children, and disadvantaged groups with special legal needs in Orange County. I'm in my process of getting back on my feet, but I'm rooting for you. I'm not able to do much right now, but I'm here and I'm praying that our celestial Father sends the right representation your way. I don't have money to add credits to messages for a little bit. So if you see that I take a long period to respond, please don't worry. Stay strong, stay connected to your divinity, to your light. Stay in prayer and meditation. Stay in a peaceful place. All is happening for a higher divine purpose, sending you love, Mariella. And then incoming Jen DeGraff. Where did you go? It's been crazy at work. Another employee quit without notice. Been stressful. I don't think they will do interviews for a week or two. Plus, I fractured my toe. It's feeling a little better, but still sore to get around. I hit it on the chair, getting around to go to church for a funeral. Have you ever had your eyebrows waxed? Well, I did last week and will be my last. I have an allergic reaction to it and my face got swollen and itches like crazy. Been taking allergy medicine and putting cold washcloths on my face to help. It's doing a little better, but still itches, plus face is red. Last weekend, I woke up and my eyes were swollen. I couldn't hardly open my eyes. Never again. I've been working 10 hours a day at work, then come home, eat, and sleep. Then on the weekends, I'll read my book or go to the store, plus take a nap. Hope you are doing well.
Lana, sigh. Hi, friend. I love you. I just wanted to let you know I'm okay and just going through the motions. I'm overwhelmed and needed a mental pause. I don't even have form breaks. Time to form break. I used to work myself so hard, the only time I'd sit down would be to go to the bathroom. I found a lot of great content for a letter to the judge, but don't know how to apply any of it. I've been concentrating on also a brief message for you to send out to the lawyer you know, TT. Anyone else you can think I can benefit on to get on my side? There's so much. I've been really asking God what direction to go in, and it seems I'm moved to write a letter to stand up for myself and all that went on in the courtroom. Mother effer gotta turn on the tablet. Fight. TTYT. Lana, the lawyer you know, my email. Hi again. I'm still here loving you. Smile. Last night was so stupid with the animals fighting each other and we were bunked. Had to strip our bunks 4 times. If a fifth time came around, I was going to refuse and go to a holding cell for 2 hours. The officer apparently has no control over her life in the real world and had to feel like she had some in here. I never understood and still don't know why they give us right, number one, being to be treated properly and fairly by all staff members at all times, and not expect us, me really, to fully use them. You wouldn't believe how many times I've had to challenge this rule. You can ask any officer. everything, okay? I didn't have a message from you this morning. As always, I pray for you. I pray you are beautiful and bold in soaking up the goodness of every day. I'm sending my message, please, to send to the lawyer you know to finally get my R toe in. What do you think? Honestly, more, less? I figured if he took the bait, then I'd ask my few important questions in the subject box. David and Goliath, Sarah Boone in the state of Florida. This is Sarah Boone contacting you through a friend as I do not have access to the internet or email. Hello, I am reaching out to you, please, for assistance in any form, such as referral, feedback, instruction, insight, anything to help me stay afloat in my upgraded fight for my life and being forced by my by the judge to now represent myself on a whole other level. I am inexperienced and ignorant in how to do so lawfully and properly, trying to figure it all out as I go to the best of my ability and extremely limited resources while incarcerated. I am still waiting for my quote discovery to be received, consuming empty time while the clock of doom continues to tick, tick, tick expeditiously in anything with the court system is apparently non-existent. The same for inclusion with one's cases. In the meantime, I believe God's breadcrumbs have led me to you to hopefully help me run towards my fight to an unprecedented victory. It took David only one smooth stone. Then he took Goliath's sword. If you are unable or unwilling, I understand. At least I can say I tried and will press on. However, I must continue with endurance and perseverance. Regardless, I am grateful for your time and consideration. Still and always trying. Sarah Boone, Orange County Corrections Department, Florida. Let me know ASAP, please, to get this out there to anyone, everyone. What's your take still on TT behavior panel? Oh, she's talking back to Lana. What's your take on TT behavior panel? I really want to send to them as they seem to be for rather than against me. And I did use their meme. If I could share with anyone, I believe it would be them. Do you have contact information? Love you. Thank you. Thank you, Lana. I am forever grateful for you. Always and wholeheartedly thank you. Oh, Lana. Oh my God. There you are. I sure am glad you wrote because I was going to write you in the meantime.
Oh, wait,
I'm on my way
wait.
to. Oh no, no, that's Lana.
Yeah, I think that's Lana.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry. Um, okay. OMG, there you are. I sure am glad you wrote because I was going to write you in the meantime. I'm on my way to dialysis Thursday, but I'll write you again while I'm on there, at least unless it's rough, and then it'll be later today. I skimmed your other message and thank you. I will fire that off to the lawyer you know post haste. Also, I will read the rest of your message much closer too. I also have some commissary for you too. Haha, too bad, no more Skittles. Catch you soon, yay.
There you are. I always get nervous when I don't hear from you too. And thank you always for everything. All the time. You will never, never, never understand who you are to me. Love no matter what or where. Smile. Thank you. I pray you have a successful, pain free, not as bad as you thought it was going to be, lovely day. And still look for all the blessings he gives you all the time. They are there. You are one of my greatest. Yes, I'm there with you in spirit, holding your hand and telling you some of my things. The things I could tell you stories. Mind blown. Before you send that message out, tell me what you think. Important. I want to know from you as I respect and rely on your smartness and point of view. Remember, we have to make this count. Smile. Don't send until you tell me what's up. Okay? I'm in the process of writing some attorneys referred by one of the girls in here that just left last week. She was one out of a million who was a good one. Smart, too. And what does ha ha, too bad, no more Skittles mean? I actually still have the ones from the package you sent. I am rationing to fire out them, and it's going to be an event when I eat them. So sad. Almost 5 years. Skittles. Yes. Thank you. Write me from dialysis. Love you.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd type. Perfect length plus a compelling hook. I will copy and paste that exactly and send it right out today. I can only hope he gets back quickly. I will add a couple of words before your message and just say that I'm a friend of yours in case he sees my IP address originating from Minnesota. Remember Catfish Banfield? And explain that I am forwarding a message directly from you since I have internet access and that I plan to directly relay any messages back to you. That way he will know I am not a catfish and neither are you. Let's do this. High five. I'm so glad you didn't have to go into a cell. My God. You're right. I believe some of those guards beat down inmates due to a lack of control or feelings of powerlessness in their own lives and homes. They should not be allowed in the correctional system due to abusive personalities. The behavior panel, I am not sure, is on your side. They did 2 videos on you. One was about your interrogation, focusing on your body language, and while they didn't outright say it, I got a vibe that they believe you were guilty. They did not mock you or be negative against you, so they weren't being mean and sarcastic like other YouTubers out there. As for transparency, they just posted about you. 2 videos. One was your 2024 commissary orders until the end of May. The song they played in the background, the lyrics made me think they were really on your side. They posted the order regarding you representing yourself. They highlighted the part in your letter about confused cat meme, and then at the end posted in huge letters that you were innocent until proven guilty and that her opinion was hers alone. She didn't say anything. On the commissary and witness list video, she also didn't speak but played a song in the background. It had seriously positive and brave lyrics about standing your ground and not being shaken that, from your standpoint, was extremely affirming about you. The visitor list was from several months and had many visits by 2 people, Cashman and someone named Kathleen McHugh. She also interspersed with parts of your 58-page letters, especially the 3-point back and the soothsaying quote. I tried twice to get her to contact me, but without avail. Do we tell her who I am? I may have to get her attention in the comments section about, hey, look at your email or something like that. There's that other resource, too, I have temporarily. Remember the Ask Lawyer site I signed up for? Lawyers answer questions, and they know Florida law. We can ask one lawyer one question at a time. Think long and hard about the first and most important question, and I will relay. The membership service is so I can advise from a lawyer online. Last time I asked them about Cupsel's Brady thing. I submitted a membership and forgot to cancel it and got charged for another month. $78. Yikes. Let's use it before it goes away. All right, I'll catch you later, lady. I am always on your side, and you can shock the world. And then she sends a second message, the lawyer you know, latest video. He is reacting to your latest 5-page letter. He wants to know if anyone else was at your hearing, the one you were ambushed with. He's mentioning Daryl Brooks from Wisconsin, who was the last pro se defendant, and the trial took way longer than it should have. He said that appeals are harder to win because it's not just pleading your case, but having to return the conviction. He said that the judge won't leave you hanging out to dry. I don't know what he means by that. He is planning on being at your trial. He might have a case conflict, but if he doesn't, he wants to go. He believes the judge will grant more time if you ask for specific time in various tasks, like deposing witnesses or hiring experts. Then he started talking about things that can help you go pro se, represent yourself, before filing legal papers. The court staff can't help you with advice or help with forms. You are held to the same standard as an attorney. Properly complete forms. You can hire a paralegal. Observe the deadline date of filing. Failure to file correct response could result in default. Your case is an open book. People will know what you file. About proceedings, carefully read and observe the rules. Do not bring children. Always listen to instructions. If the judge starts talking at any time, stop talking immediately and listen until the last word is spoken. Never interrupt. Stay focused on issues. Be prepared. Status hearings. Bring potential problems to defending your case. The court itself cannot investigate the case. Carefully craft and prepare an opening statement. How many witnesses are you going to call? Are you calling yourself? Prepare for cross-examination. All documents must be relevant and all questions. You may subordinate witnesses. List of objections. Argumentative, ambiguous, asked and answered, assumes facts on evidence, authentication is lacking, best evidence ruled, demand original document beyond the scope of the question, compound question, asking for a conclusion, confusing and unintelligible, counsel is testifying, not asking question, cumulative lacking foundation, improper impeachment, improper characterization, irrelevant hearsay, leading form of questions suggests the answer, question too broad, lay opinion, speculation, conjecture, unresponsive. He believes you will do better than Darrell Brooks. They may offer you funds for experts. You are allowed some. Will you cross-examine state's experts? The court will make sure you have access what you two kinds of experts could help. Medical specialty on the effects of alcohol impairment and mental health specialists. Battered spouse experts. Was she too scared to let him out because she thought he could harm her after being freed? Don't respond. She should contact via telephone experts. He mentioned standby counsel. He said never lack in social awareness when testifying or asking questions. He believes the prosecutor is not happy with you representing yourself. Finally, he said if Sarah Boone is innocent, she should get justice for Sarah Boone. That's it. I don't know what he was talking about in a few of those objections. Maybe your law library will expound. I hope this helps.
AJ, what is the red number at the bottom of the page you were just on?
0642. Right there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got lost in there. So incoming
Yeah.
Lana, you just did that 642 and then you went all the way down to 643?
No.
Okay.
I'm right at the very bottom of 642, the new second message from her. The do not respond to this.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Hey Sarah, for the past month I have gone back and forth really struggling internally on whether or not to write this to you. My struggle is that anything you say in response to this subject, whether here, in a snail mail letter, or on the phone, could be used against you in court. But now that you are forced to represent yourself, oh my God, what a hatchet job and gross abuse of power by the court. I can't hold it in any longer. Because your defense is to give the jury a reasonable doubt as to whether or not you are found guilty of murder, and every fiber of my being is telling me that you are not guilty. You have no doubt heard of Casey Anthony, right? She went on trial for the murder of her daughter, Kaylee, and was acquitted. Unlike your case, I think she was guilty and should have been convicted of murder. However, I'd rather see 10 murderers go free than one innocent person wrongfully convicted. In that case, she won because she used a what-if defense, offering multiple possibly plausible defenses, such as Kaylee drowning, her father helping dispose of her body, father being abusive, etc. I remember watching the trial in shock and even being floored when she was acquitted. When one juror was questioned, she said that although they were sure she had done something, they had to admit that there might have been other explanations. I think of that when it comes to your case, and I wanted to share with you what I thought when I started hearing about your case and realizing that it wasn't so cut and dry, and even more when I heard you say things that were covered over by your detectives. I'm going to go ahead and spell it out. Do not respond. Do not verify or deny. Please don't correct me, as it will all be used against you. I'm not saying it's all true, and you know I wasn't there. Someday, when you and I are sitting on that couch together and you are free, I would be honored to have the discussion that your interrogators were too stupid to listen to. Okay, here goes. What if everything hinges on your video? Everyone from lawyers to psychologists to the drilling public says your video being played is all it takes to convict you. They claim you were taunting him and reveling in his suffering, and you intentionally left him there to die. Never mind, you kept saying not intentional. You also said other things they overlooked. What if what the video showed was foreplay? What if you and Jay spoke rough to each other all the time in preparation of rough sex play? Sorry, that's super disgusting of her to say. Um, ugh. And I lost my place.
I thought about that though. I was like, maybe they were having like that would be a better defense than battered, but it is kind of funny.
What if Jay got off on you dominating him in private and that he put himself in the suitcase on purpose in order for rough BDSM play? All of a sudden, instead of malice and taunting, the video looks like drunken foreplay instead of you attacking him. Your second video tells and confirms that story. What if you filmed the second video because you believed he was about to free himself? What if your plan was to rev him up sexually by belittling him? This happens all the time on dominatrix settings on fetish sites, and then flipping the suitcase and getting ready in bed for him to join you there. But while waiting, you fell asleep? Then all it would look like to a jury are two people who forgot to establish a safe word during play. Remember, you had disclosed to Typhoid Mary that the scratches on his back and shoulders were caused by sex. She overlooked that comment. What? That could have been the key to the whole case. Fetish play would most definitely include ridicule and making your partner squirm as a way to rev up his adrenaline in anticipation of a wild night. All of a sudden, your video looks more like satisfying Jay's fetish and yours instead of you trying to punish him for real. You said something else, too, that confirms it when TM was asking about what you were saying to him during the video. You responded, "You don't understand. That's how we are with each other." Bingo. You both are tough with each other, both in anger and excitement. I'm not saying any of that was true or if it really happened. I'm saying what if. If thinking along those lines and knowing that's one explanation, plus the most important component being he got in the suitcase on his own and consented to have you zip him up. He clearly wanted you to do it, straight up wanted you to. You don't knock him out and stuff him in there. He didn't raise up when you started zipping, now close his hand around the opening. What if? I know you are studying medical issues, and another what if being looked at is the battery/abuse defense. But I would be a jerk friend to you if I didn't at least touch upon another what if. You may think I'm nuts. If I offended you by this, what I if I offended you by this, by, I think she means by what I said, I'm so sorry. You know, I think the world of you. Maybe I thought this way because I have close friends whose marriages have this component in them. It's something not talked about, yet most people know that exists. The the website fetlife.com is all about fetishes, ranging from benign baby fetish, foot fetish, to full-on BDSM and sadomasochism and dominant submissive or slave master, etc. A video such as what you posted wouldn't be out of place on a site like that. There's usually a safe word in play. Sometimes people forget to establish one, and that can be dangerous. Anyways, if you never mention this message, no problem. But if any component, what if, can be used by you, all the better. It may be useless and nothing. I'm okay with that too. I don't mind you telling me I didn't think things through, but sometimes my not thinking things through may help inspire you in a different direction. As iron sharpness doing, so two friends sharpen each other. I hope your Saturday is all right. That is completely insane. Sorry. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Lana, I love you, friend. Know that. I've been working my fingers till they almost bleed from writing so much to the judge from that BS secret status hearing in ambush. It's all coming out. Just wait. I blew through 5 pens. I did. I can get more thanks to you. Thank you, Lana. I want to respond to your messages that keep accumulating, but it takes me so long to respond properly that I've had to just push through working on this letter and checking that you still love me in the meantime. I'm writing you now because of your last message about all of the what ifs. I understand that what is. I understand your think. I understand your thinking, and thank you. My letter has many quote unquote seeds that I'm planting, and whoever wants to water can with whatever water they decide to make whatever grow. Imagination is unsearchable. With that, can you tell me where in my order is the declination of my own competency test to evaluate my capacity of representing myself? Where did you see that? How do you know that is a part of the process? I need to know to put in my letter, please. It's important. You're important, Lana. Don't think I don't think about you, how much you help me and support and push. Your intelligence is overwhelming in a very good way and surpasses mine and how you know so much and have been through so much and are still here and still are. I await my seat on the couch. I'll write more, I promise. I am exhausted mentally and physically and supposed to be observing the Sabbath day today, but I ended up working almost all week. The Holy Spirit says go, and I do hard. This letter is really going to cause a commotion, especially that it is so true. I never have to exaggerate about anything. You know this. Just wait. Also, in your opinion, before writing, and if I need to reword, I will. Is it bad that I put the judge is retaliating for me being a zealous advocate for myself and others experiencing the same bogus behavior from your elite circle of golf buddies and fellow country club members? I guarantee many will relate. But if I'm in the process of trying to recruit counsel, I don't know if it's too much or not. It's another it's another not wrong what if to me. It's me. Has the lawyer responded? Did you tell him to check his email? What about TT? I pray you are feeling good today. It's in the triple digits today in here and it's flaming Florida. That makes me smile. Smile. I love you always, no matter what or where. Smile. Forgive my temporary out of service. I'm still checking my messages, even on vacation. Cry face.
Hey, don't ever worry about having to disappear or needing a mental health reprieve. I'm with you in spirit, and I totally get it on all counts. And OMG, thank you for the acknowledged receipt of my what if message without expounding. I actually sweat bullets before sending that one because the last thing I ever want to do is expose you or your case. You are every bit as intelligent as I am, easily, which makes it great to talk to you. You've got to be sick of drooling intellectual drivel over inane subjects and self serving base conversations, and that's on a good day. Okay, time for business. Your order. On page 13 of 16, section UU, if the court finds defendant has forfeited the right to court appointed counsel, under Florida law there is no obligation to conduct a Feretta hearing or otherwise warn the defendant of the dangers of proceeding pro se. That part was copied verbatim from your order. Then the paragraph after that was ordering that you forfeited by conduct. Do you have a copy of the order still? This should point where you're looking for. Feretta is what they call the competency hearing they ordinarily conduct, but they claim that they don't have any obligations since they said you forfeited by conduct. What a hatchet job. Even the lawyer commented that nobody got to see this meeting. Hello? Respond to the email and I can relay what happened. The more I hear you as we message each other, the more I'm starting to think it may be that you could be the first acquittal of someone representing themselves that I have ever seen. Amazing. I have decided I'm going to keep the faith here in Minnesota. As for your newest letter you are writing, you should write what is in your heart. There are signs of his retaliation and I can write letters too in his letter, especially in his listing of the exact length of time you've spent in jail, mirroring what you have said in past letters. One thing to keep in mind, he gets the last word in your case, and that is important. One thing the lawyer said was that it was likely that your issues with lawyers or the judge's letters would not come up in the trial due to them prejudicing the jury if there is a sentence passed down. The judge decides it. It happened with the son in the Shonda Vander Ark trial. The son, Paul, had made a deal to take off the charge of murder in exchange for his guilty plea plus his testimony against his mother. The judge in the end blew past the sentencing guidelines for aggravated child abuse and sentenced him to 30 to 100 years in prison. Everyone was straight up shocked. Since your judge has shown a propensity for passive-aggressive retaliation, I wouldn't want him to go beyond all sense of decency if this becomes a multi-round battle for you. I don't know if talking about golf buddies and country club members wouldn't be seen as a direct personal attack on his character. But I support you no matter what, and ultimately, if you feel compelled to say it, then go for it. One thing I know for certain is that they are doing you wrong here with their forcing you to do this. They did not give you fair warning. They are not giving you standby counsel. You are a wonderful person. You're a fighter, and you're a good person. I am proud to know you. I'm going to call the lawyer you know out in his public comments about my email to him. He says your case interests him in its uniqueness. Prove it, pal. May the Lord strengthen your hand as you write and comfort your soul as you fight. The storm will not last forever. Our friendship will. And then she sends a follow-up. The subject is screenshot. Hey, I hope the pic I sent to you goes through. It's nothing too important. It's a screenshot of Court TV doing a story on the breakdown of you representing yourself and comparing it to other recent trials where the defendant represented pro se. This lady thinks she's so smart. Ugh, happy Monday. I'm sorry you're baking down in Florida. It's been unseasonably rainy up here, which is actually a good thing, considering the past 2 years we were under a severe drought. The farmers must have prayed for rain a bit too hard because they got more than they need now. The rivers, including the Mississippi, are flooding over as well as many of the lakes here. You might have heard of Minnesota being called the land of 10,000 lakes, and the brand of butter based here in Minnesota called Lando Lakes. Actually, the truth is that there are over 23,000 lakes here. When they flood over, it can get dangerous. Don't worry about me, though. I live on high ground. It would have to be a biblical Noah's flood event to endanger me. Anyways, I did it. I posted in the Lawyer You Know's public comment section for him to check his Gmail that Sarah Boone was trying to contact him. I did it under my own account to show that I'm not a catfish, but now I am officially exposed as being in contact with you. Cross my fingers that I don't get death threats or hate mail. People on the internet can be crazy, but you are worth the risk. Your life is valuable.
Wait, before you go again, do you guys remember when so many people were emailing me when Lana was in the Lawyer You Know's chat? I think she was when they were looking for an attorney, and I guess people were like, is it real? Is it fake? I don't know if any of you, anyway, it was like a big wave, like Sarah's got someone helping her.
Yes, I remember that, and I remember the Lawyer You Know saying his dad was like, I could probably do it, but I'm not going to, or something to that effect.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's so crazy to about them talking about it contemporaneously. Like, oh, there's a lot of plotting in there going on. It wasn't by accident. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. I suspect that Lana likes the attention of being able to show up on somebody's YouTube channel and be like, I'm Sarah's voice and she's been trying to email you, and I don't know. Seems like she likes the attention. Okay. Incoming again. Something that may help. Hey, I must be feeling good today as I feel like I'm bombing you with messages. Don't worry, you don't have to respond to everything. I was listening to Orlando news story on you going pro se, and one of the lawyers they had on to comment said that they believed you would struggle with cross-examining state witnesses. I started laughing because if there was one very, very bright spot in this whole thing, it's your ability to ask lots of questions and take people to task. Did you get a copy of the state's witness list? I'm not sure what you got or what you didn't. I wanted to list all of your witnesses so you can write up the questions you want to ask them and the cross-examination you want to strategize. On some, I'm adding a few notes. Transparent T did a lot of research into each witness and speculated on why they are there. I'm adding the info in all caps and hopefully it's useful to you. Vincent Battaglia, Carolina Benito, expert witness, crime lab analysis, Brian Boone, Deputy Lisa M. DeLeon, Orange County Sheriff's Office Deputy Chelsea Kepsel, Orange County Sheriff's Office Devin Jamro, Publix Wine Purchases, Scott A. Lowen, OCSO Deputy John A. Martinez, OCSO Brandon Motes, neighbor Abraham Moreno, apartment employee claimed he knew George as a teen, and reconnected Shanice L. Robinson, OCSO Deputy Kayla Rodriguez, OCSO Melissa Ruffgarden, OCSO Melissa Sexton, Property Manager Deputy Nathaniel A. Taylor, OCSO Juan Torres, Brother Junella E. Wadden, OCSO Stephanie Vieira, OC Firefighters, Dr. Tanya Werner, Expert Witness, Neurology Joan V. Williams, OCSO Kelly A. Wood, OCSO Dr. Sarah Zeidowitz, Expert Witness, Medical Examiner. If there's one thing you do well, it's questions. Go get 'em, my friend.
And just shout out to Melissa Ruffgarden. She was the CSI person who Kevin Beck tried to rattle on the stand, like, did you take pictures of all of the things in the walls? And she was like, nope. Anyway. Okay. Incoming from Ashley Harris. Love you. Hello, my love. Thank you for not forgetting about me. I haven't forgotten about you either. Just been struggling with words for about a month now. When things get too overwhelming, I tend to go inside of myself and isolate. It's a bad habit, but one I can't seem to break. I think I'm almost through it, but not quite. This is not because of you. And I guilt myself the whole time. I do this worry about the few people who love I do this worry about the few people who love me and are probably worried about me. Besides, my weird mood things are all over, all good. There's a lot going on, but it isn't there always. We officially moved into the new place this week, and I love having our own space. It's so light and freeing. I have so much work to do on the inside, and I'm sure I'll be getting the place together for a while. Been doing lots of sanding, painting, scrubbing, and other minor home repairs. I can do myself. It's so exhausting, but it is fun. All the kiddos are with me. Eli is back from the camp and he's doing much better. I am truly proud of his progress. Still at the same job, actually. I'm here right now, hiding in the electrical room, or what I call my office, lol. You're in my prayers always, heart. And then incoming from her brother on the 8th of July regarding thank you. Just checking to see if you got the money and the food I sent you last week. Hope all is well and that you're keeping your head up and know that God and mom are watching over you. I'm here if you need anything. Love you.
Incoming from Lana, subject is transparent tea. Now here's a development. Transparent tea saw something you wrote in your 58-page letter that caught her eye. She saw your mention that Chelsea Kepsel falsified documents. She remarked that someone was giving you information. Anyway, she did some research into the whole Brady List issue and pulled up the case that put CK into an investigation into falsifying documents. CK's case file number, it turned out to be the case of Florida versus Keontae Dirch and DeAndre Pearson for first-degree murder. To make a long story short, in their trial, the defense filed a motion to suppress because they alleged that CK made omissions and additional misleading facts. Basically, there was a sentence that said they were identified by multiple witnesses, but one of them was only identified by one witness. He had accused Kepsel of falsifying the report to get an arrest warrant and search warrant. After an investigation, they found that she didn't purposefully falsify the documents. She was exonerated about a month or so ago. She was basically found not guilty of her transgression. I wanted to make sure this got to you as fast as I could, considering you were formulating a defense. Hope this helps.
Incoming from Christina. Hey, bestie, heart. Hey, are you okay? I love you. I'm working on call. Good pro bono lawyer for you. Okay, love, write me. And I'm sorry, I worked Sunday at bar. I'm sorry they have me working all this week too. But you can call my phone and I'll pay for call, okay? You still have my number. You can call me. I love, God loves you too. You get pick a flower.
Something that may help. Thank you. This is exhausting. Lana, I have no idea what I'm doing and I have no access to a computer with internet or a real phone. How is that okay? I don't even know whom 90% of these people are, what they did, saw anything. I don't even have my discovery dropped off at the secret status hearing. That's sabotage and stealing more of my life and my time to save. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am truly in God's hands. I mailed one of my letters yesterday, calling all of it out and summarized in a summarized version. You'll see. Plus, there's an odd add-on of jest and all seriousness. You'll see. Please tell me when it's posted. It was odd that my 58-page letter took 2 weeks, but my letter asking for copies took about 5 days. It went out this morning with the mail. I am truly exhausted, and I am starting to wonder about doing all of this for real. Inmates are woken up at 2:30 a.m. and sit in a freezing holding cells for about 5 hours, then transported to a courthouse, put in another holding cells for another 3 hours, or until their court time is heard. How am I going to do that for however long it takes for the end? Back to back to back days. The same, and I'm supposed to stand in court for 12 hours, think straight, not pass out from blood sugar to save my own life, with limited knowledge and resources to prepare before and have with during? Then have to be transported back and do the holding cells hours all over again and not be able to shower? Are they seriously expecting me to do this? Everyone converses and calculates and creates even more what ifs and how I should do everything. I have everything available as normal attorney has. No, I did not. No, I do not. No computer, no internet, no phone calls, no calls that aren't collect, no supplies, no copy machine, nowhere to even view anything without everyone else seeing and focus from the without the insane amount of noise and constant disruption. There's so much they do not think of or about. They have no idea the absurdity and impossibilities I am facing. And I have to get permission to do anything from a superior, which they avoid me already and will now, especially. You can have me. You can give me all the effing info, but I have no idea what to do with it or properly apply or utilize. Everyone says I know. They do not, nor will ever. I mailed my letter yesterday, wrote some to 3 attorneys referred to me from an inmate, and am working on another letter in the meantime. I'm always fighting for defending or for the meantime instead of figuring out how or trying to save my life, even before being arrested. This can't be what life is about. I'm doing my best with what I have, especially God and you, heart. This is ludicrous. Philip, thank you. Yes. Thank you for my sympathy snacks. I received the pack yesterday. I am so grateful. I do not know what to do and I am lost completely. I am so tired of fighting for and defending myself against everyone and thing, even before getting arrested. Down but not destroyed. I am in God's hands like never before. Thank you for caring. I pray you are well and enjoying your days, even as hot as they are. Anything is better than my predicament. You know me, I don't give up. Mom is resonating in me. God Almighty, more and always. Please don't be a stranger. I need you very much. I love you. Hey, bestie. Hi, friend. I am at a loss for words with everything going on. I do not know what to do and want to cry so hard. I don't know what I'm doing or going to do, Christina. I know I love you. Just know I love you. Thank you for calling around. I hope and pray you are taking this seriously. I am relying on your footwork, especially since you know my difficulties and limited everything, especially phones and not being able to call freely and not collect. No internet, no supplies, no nothing. Please take this seriously with helping me find someone to help. Please sell me as your best friend and a good person, not what everyone says and think I am. I know what to say. You have to make it up. You don't have to make it up either. I'm glad you are busy in the right way and making your money. I cannot begin to explain to you how much I need a hug from you. I would break down and turn into a puddle of tears. This is surreal. I mailed another letter yesterday to the judge with a flyer for an attorney. Wait till you see. I hope everyone gets a kick out of it, but take seriously also. I called the judge out, Cashman, and everything else that happened that day in the secret status hearing. Just wait. Let me know when it's up, please. Yes, the plant is beautiful. I used to have one of those in a pot on my patio. Is yours growing naturally? Like it just started to grow? It's lovely. Thank you for sharing. I need all the color and goodness possible right now. I miss you. Help! Update me with attorney info as soon as you can. I hate not talking to you more regularly. Again, I miss you. Thanks for being my best friend and your help as always. It's so serious now. I look forward to hearing from you all the time. I need it for sure now. Love. Thank you. Lana, get it out there. Thank you. Someone giving me information? It's posted in my case on the clerk's website. Has she seen your post to contact you? Can you send again? What about the lawyer you know? Send again? A big question of mine is about pretrial motions. I saw Captain the Amilo you sent. Thank you. What motions am I supposed to be submitting? Am I supposed to make a motion and stand by counsel or just ask? I know many motions must be filed before trial to save your ass later in an appeal, and I'm trying to avoid. I know this is important to do. I don't know though what I'm supposed to do or how. How do I contact family for a possible plea? Remember my munitions are bigger than theirs, and I want to make sure they are prepared as much as I am. So, how do I do that? Write a letter to the prosecutor? I can't call. It's all collect. I need to do whatever I can, but don't know how, why, what, who. I don't know what I'm doing. How you get so overwhelmed and sick, depressed, you just want to retreat and be silent? I'm there. I cannot express or explain my feelings about all of this. And I'm in jail on top of that. I think I should ask for bond to do easier on the outs, like I will, but I will make known I tried and very legitimate reasons I am asking. I want to also send a motion to withdraw. Yes, everyone else can. Why can't I? My reasons are again very valid and legit for doing. How can I? But I cannot. Whatever happened with your website, you were charged for again. Can we use? How often? What are the limits? Who have you reached out to for inside info from me about everything going on in the secret status hearing? Have you contacted Court TV? If not, please do. What about the news stations? This has to be said, and I cannot keep writing all these time consuming and supply exhausting letters. It takes days or weeks, and not like I can hit the delete button when I make a mistake. I have to start all over again every time so I don't get picked on or attacked for something else. The letter I sent yesterday was only 4 pages. I exhausted 4 cheap ass gel pens and 15 sheets of paper. Imagine what all it took for the 58-page letter and the other one I'm working on. No one understands. Mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. I don't know what I'm doing or going to. I need to get off my side I need to get my side out to the media so I don't have to write all of these effing letters. Please help. I love you. I'm so sorry for freaking out. Anyone would be. I'm sorry. I can't be there to hug you and you me. I pray you're smiling and you can write me a million times. Please do. I always, always, always look forward to hearing from you no matter what it is. Never think you too much. I am to you and don't bother you as much as I really want to smile. You don't need any added stress either. I don't know what to do. I love you more than ever. Ever. I cannot thank you enough ever for all you are to me, not for what you do. You will not ever understand. Pray for me as I do you. Friends forever. Help me. Sarah Boone. Lana, books. Lighter side, I need a book but don't know if they're hard or soft cover. Can you please look up on Amazon and tell me so I can then figure out who to ask for? My friend that was in here with me for over 4 years takes forever to respond as I asked her this a week ago. So as not to bother you, I still haven't I still haven't heard from her, but I think it's from her working two jobs. If you have time, hard or soft cover. I can only receive softcover or leatherlit. How much? Any cool comic books for a badass girl fighter or any cool girly comments? Unikitty, any comics or fun books, coloring, anything? Her. Love. National Audubon Society Field Guide. Insects and spiders. Night sky, seashells, wildflowers. Eastern region. Any of these fantasy creatures anything unicorns, Pegasus, goblins, fairies, etc. Jesus Today, Dear Jesus, or Jesus Lives by Sarah Young. I have Jesus Calling, but have been reading for 3 years now. Where the Sidewalk Ends, or A Light in the Attic. Shel Silverstein, Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. Rogue Mona Award, Lessons in Chemistry, Bonnie Garmis, Black Sun, Soren Solker, What's It Like to Be a Bird, Unknown. I hope this finds you well, Natalie Sue. Yes. The Comfort of Crows, Margaret Wrinkle. Please see and let me know. I am desperate to read something not legal. Please. Thank you. Love lots, always. Lana.
Hey there, I am so honored that you trust me with how you're feeling and doing. You're right, neither I nor any other person will understand what you're going through. It's not a game, it is for keeps, and you have given me some marching orders. Yes, I am a member of JustAsk.com for another month ever since I contacted them about Chelsea and the Brady list. I don't know the limitations of what I can or can't ask or how much, but you have direct questions? I'll get as many as I can. What would you say are the three most important ones for me to ask them? Their responses are very thorough. Let me know and I'll have the questions out to them today. News media, court TV in Orlando, as well as law and crime. I'll fire off to them and Newsmax today too. Do you want me to simply tell them you want to contact them, or do you have a specific message you want me to send them about what you are going through? And the hatchet, JK, you're being subjected to. The lawyer you know spoke about what stuff you need to file before your July deadline, the calling of your own witnesses, request for fund for expert witnesses, and the rest. I don't know. I can ask that one for the law site. The lawyer you know said you should be afforded all the tools needed to work your case, like watching the contents of your phone, using the internet to find contact info, etc. I wish I knew more than the next to nothing that I do. It's too bad you can't have supervised and monitored release in order to work your case. Not necessarily a bond, which the state of Florida is really stingy about, but maybe a transfer to a house arrest situation. OMG, a motion to withdraw. Wouldn't that be something? I have no idea whether it would get you somewhere or not, but what a statement. Let me know.
That's Sarah.
Forgot to ask Lana. Lana. Hey, Sugar Bear. Lana, can you see, please, also, if these two books are available? Softcover or leatherlit? Sorry. Finding God in the Garden Daily Devotional. Guidepost.com. If not on Amazon, 365 Days of Prayer. Guidepost.com. If not on Amazon. And can you see who this is, who this bouncer, Lana? Rachel Calhoun, Cocoa, Indiana. She connected me as a contact, and I don't know who she is. Nothing has been corresponding, and it might be like you when we connected. She doesn't know to finish setting up her account. See what you can. F at Friends Forever, Heart.
Regarding books, I love books too, and I love Shel Silverstein. I got uh, both of those as a kid. I don't think they are softcover though. I'll check it out. I'll price out some others too, and maybe this weekend I'll get you one. I truly love to read. My bathroom has a whole library in it with all seven of the Chronicles of Narnia, all of the Song of Ice and Fire series, where Game of Thrones is from, and a bunch of Stephen King and stuff. I'll check out Amazon and let you know. Regarding Forgot to Ask. You bet. Rachel Calhoun, eh? I will research the lady and let you know if there are any visible issues. That would be great if she is also a blessing in disguise. Regarding, or no, just Rachel Calhoun is the subject. I think I found her, but I have a couple of questions you may or may not know. Was she born in 1982? Is she 42 years old? Is her husband named Andy and they married a few years ago? Was her maiden name Robinson? Does she have any kids, like one daughter or stepdaughter? Let me know and I'll have a picture of her and her background info looked into. Is on I only saw one Rachel Calhoun, but I'll dig further if it's not the right one. One more question. Is Rachel studying at Purdue Online University towards an associate degree in legal studies? Creepy stalking behavior.
Also, like, how would Sarah know? The girl just sent her a tablet message. Like, how would she know who she's married to and what uni she's at?
Yeah.
Get it out there. Onward, brave and fellow soldier. I love you. I took a nap earlier since we, of course, were locked down and feel a little better. Four new girls tested positive for COVID, so I don't know what they're going to do with us again. On top of everything else, wow, I'm trying to go through some of our messages. Bear with me. I trust you beyond measure. Just ask.com. I think I will think about my questions and send properly tomorrow if we can use tablets. I know for sure. How do I get my phone or a complete mirror download from OCSD News Media? If I do this, what am I going to say? How unfair it is? What they're doing to me and all their lies? What specifically? I was thinking, if anything, Lana, people can actually hear me. The softer, calmer, if in a one on one. People can see more of me out of the courtroom, always fighting and defending. If you had to write a statement to them about me to contact, what would you say? Your opening lines, foot in the door. If you could set me free with a statement, if you could set me free with your statement. The lawyer you know, no response still. He said, I need to do motions for witnesses, calls for experts, my investigator, but how do I know any of that with no computer, internet, or real phone to research any and all of anything? And I should have all tools, but how? Second question. I want to find out about the competency test also. I was thinking there has to be another test other than one the state in the order. Can you please research? I want to send a motion for that so I can prove I am not competent in this field to properly and lawfully represent myself, should I have to appeal. Also, that I have taken no oath or received any certificate certifying me. That's false representation even in itself. My defense. What is Court TV or anyone else you watch saying it is or should be? The screenshot you sent me made me think of that. Motion to withdraw. Yes. Came to me when I was thinking about other motions I need to work on. I still do have a sense of humor. Wait till you see my letter and flyer for the attorney. I'm thinking about doing the MTW, but when exactly? MTW? Motion to withdraw. I'm thinking about doing the motion to withdraw, but when exactly? Maybe after I'm denied by standby counsel? We'll see. Also regarding any motions I do. If I do incorrectly and I have to do again till I get it right. How long is that going to take? Does judge actually think I'm going to be ready and prepared for trial on October 7th? It's almost the middle of July and with no discovery still waiting to be delivered. Third question. for standby counsel. Do I have to do a motion for that? Ugh. I'll get all my questions together. Sorry for rambling. Brainstorming, rather. So, one of my questions also is if I do write a motion for cost to finally get my investigator back,
We
how
lost your
long will that
audio for a
take to
second.
get
Will you go back
approved?
two
And
sentences?
that's the investigator. I can't remember his name. The investigator, or even once after all the BS. I have other things for you to look up if possible. Also, am worried. I'm pushing it with you and your time and effort. Most importantly, I'm frazzled just from thinking and writing. Do not ever.
Hang on. Oh, we lost her. Okay, let me go to where she was and hopefully she'll dial back in. Thank you. This will definitely give me something to look forward to at the end of the day, other than worrying about what I need to do the next. If you just go down the list and tell me, I'll figure out from there which ones and see if my brother might get. I don't want to bother you, which is why I asked my friend, but she's not responding and I need a mental change of scenery yesterday. Love you. Thank you. Rachel Calhoun. You're funny. I know nothing about this person. She showed up in my contacts somehow, and I didn't even have to accept. She was just in there. Maybe a picture if you can. You must understand how many faces I've come across while being in here. I have no idea who she is, and I'm always skeptical when people just show up, as I don't know if it's a scammer downloading everything from these tablets as they do with celebrity phones, etc. No, I'm not paranoid. I just don't understand. I just don't underestimate anyone since I've been in here. Another very valuable lesson, truly. I see what you can do, but don't waste too much time. After 3 days, I delete. I would like to see. Okay, honey. I would like to see a picture if you can, so I'm able to confirm if possible. No biggie if not. Promise. Guess what? Love you. Heart. Thank you. Heart. AJ?
I know I'm next. um, uh, I lost my spot. We're at 6:51.
Rachel Calhoun.
I
Yeah, it's
see it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So she hasn't made official contact with you, just showed up on here? Well, your plan has borne some fruit, I'd say. She has some legal interest, if not an associate's degree worth of knowledge, if I have the right woman. Your 58-page letter had the breadcrumbs that led her to you and your correspondence. I didn't see anything criminal about her upon first pass, though. Her Facebook is semi-private, and her LinkedIn showed an education scheduled to end in August with her associates. One thing I saw with amusement was that she had a joint Facebook with her husband. I always wonder who has the trust issues when I see something like that, and usually it's the woman. Your choice on whether or not to contact her. Again, I'm blown away at your trust extended to me after nothing but a couple of mangled Emilios and earnest intentions. Ha! My vote is that she doesn't appear to be a threat. Now it's all up to personality if you two mesh well. I hope she is an asset with her legal skills. And then again, okay, you've got pictures. She's the one on the right in both sets. Not bad looking, I say, but then again, I'm a hypocrite. Haven't sent any pics of myself, but I wouldn't want to break your tablet. Have you seen the movie Predator? Well, that's me first thing in the morning. LMAO, JK, I'm pretty sure this is the one who has found you. Anyone who studies a legal background and is smart enough to semi-privatize her social media would no doubt be studied in regards to true crime stories. If she is smart enough to follow the breadcrumbs, she might have something to offer. I came from owning a business, so I knew full well that the best introductions and invitations are done with gifts. In lieu of something like commissary, maybe she has the time and smarts. Ultimately, what does the Holy Spirit guide you to proceed? I've known that he is as logical as he is ethereal. You took a chance on me. I love that ABBA song. I have another message to write you. Presentation. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Instead of forwarding your words to the media, you want me to vouch for you? I can do that. I'd have to think about how to say it, and it'll no doubt be tailored to whomever I'm speaking to. I will have to say something about that reporter from Court TV who came to see you under deception. You were pretty prickly. You were pretty prickly about it, and rightly so. But you also slammed Court TV as not being a real channel. By the way, I could tell how pissed you were when you wrote it, and I couldn't help grinning. If you'd had a frying pan in your hands, that reporter would have gotten smashed. So I'll have to smooth those waters. Court TV has been around since the 80s. They got their first mega rise from the OJ trial because while other news channels were showing clips of it, Court TV had it uncensored. I was in college back then. I heard the verdict on my Discman while in economics class. The professor stopped everything, and I relayed it to everyone in real time. Luckily, it was at the start of class. Crazy. Yeah, the big question besides where the hell is your discovery boxes is how are you supposed to
Excuse me,
represent yourself?
AJ. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you. Guys, don't pick on Lana in the chat. She's vetted. I can show you a little clip later, but let's not go there. Let's listen to the text messages and have a good Friday night, please. Go ahead, AJ. Sorry.
sure. Where am I? Yeah, the big question besides where the hell is your discovery boxes is how are you supposed to represent yourself without the proper tools to do so? A computer for going over the centerpiece videos, not to mention other videos in your phone you mentioned in interrogation. That is the first question for Ask Law. I really don't think you have a chance at bond because Florida doesn't allow bond for murder charges as a rule. Usually there has to be a crazy rare circumstance for it, like that 800-pound woman charged with second-degree murder who couldn't fit in a jail. Spoiler alert, she was innocent and covering for her sister who beat her kid to death. As for Ferretta, the hearing about whether you are competent to represent yourself, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think they're testing your knowledge, but your mental acuity. We both know you're smart as a whip. The idea of motioning to withdraw yourself is interesting. I'm actually going to ask the law site about that. I'm going to tell them I am talking about your case so as not to waste time. Hypotheticals. I'll let you know tomorrow when it is done. And really quick, did you see that Danielle posted in the private chat?
No, looking now. Okay, I see it. Uh-oh. We are at 10 and I told her to go until 10. So Sugar Bear agrees. So we're at I'm sorry, baby.
We're at the top of 655, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna say let's call it a night since we're 2 hours in.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been well. He stayed home yesterday and today, so I frustrate him.
Oh.
But thank you for coming on with me tonight, and thank you to the 1,200 people who are here with us. We appreciate you. You want to tell them toodles? Do you want to say toodles? Toodles. We'll see you guys later. Thanks, AJ. Thank you, Danny, when you see this later.